Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're all doing great. Maybe, probably a lot of you, all of you, will find the general idea of this video somewhat relatable. Um, on my account, or, maybe just a normal thing for life in general, I have all of this stuff that I've been meaning to do forever. The one champ that you said you were gonna build, or the one champ that you said you were gonna re-gear, the team that you were gonna finally speed tune or whatever, but like you never really did that, and now it's been like 2 years. Yeah. So something on my account that I've been meaning to do forever is build a one of my most used supports in a 9-piece protection set. Obviously, it's taken me like years to do this. I don't remember when they came out with the accessories, but I think it's been like years. So yeah, it's been some time. And in my defense, I was definitely waiting for, like some of the accessories to come in. Like, I had to wait to get them. So I kind of just like infinitely postponed it. And then, finally I looked in there and I was like, okay, the pieces are here now. They have arrived. So, yeah. So the champion for me, unfortunately, sorry guys, this is not really a free to play video. The champion that I did this for was a Void Lego. It was Rakka Viletide. I yeeted her out of a void. She just popped out like a couple years ago, has been super helpful on my account. I very rarely showcase her because when I show teams, like I always show free to play teams, right? Like that's probably why most of you are here, is like for my Amy's videos or whatever, what have you. So yeah, definitely not somebody you use me see often because I always try to make my team videos accessible. That's kind of the point of everything. But yeah, and actually so the thing that finally was like the tipping point for me where I was like, okay, I really need to put this champion in the 9-piece protectoroo. It was actually this stupid boss fight, the Chimera, which, like, to be fully upfront with you, this is not a fight I consider myself well versed in. I really have not deeply looked at my teams. Probably like 3 out of 5 weeks, I've just forgotten to even look at this at all. And yeah, so I'm not saying my teams are amazing. I really have put very little, if not just absolutely no effort into them whatsoever. And so the tipping point for me was that I was doing a brutal run, and it just kind of fell like a million short of the one key, the 36 million. And I was just like, okay, really need to get her in that 9-piece protection set because that is a huge issue here. So let me show you the problem. It's just in this form here, it starts, you're probably putting on all your buffs, blah, blah, blah. And then this ability, where all the buffs get removed. So, like, that ability, just like the way the timing works up, it just, like, it just, like, seems to remove all the buffs just as you've put all of them on. And this was just irritating me, and I could tell it, was repeatedly causing my damage dealers to die and people to lose important buffs and yada yada yada, what have you. So yeah, that actually just inspired me. I finally was like, okay, we need to look in here. We need to get the 9-piece protection set on because this is just getting ridiculous. So yeah, that was my motivation. And like I said, it's not the most amazing team. I was experimenting with like the Opardin clan healer or clan father thing with the continuous healing, the turn meter boost. Thor, Ninja, Lydia. I built Ramontu. I want to get him in there because he has like so many good debuffs. So yeah, that was my, absolutely genius thought process. And as you can see, I was watching like a stream the other day of someone manualing this fight, which to me is bananas. You will not catch me manualing this. I mean, no hate to them. I'm just saying, like, the effort level on my account, it is substantially lower. I will not be manualing this fight on weekly. I will not be manualing Hydra. I will not be manualing any of those things. I will manual Amius once a month or whatever that is, and that is where that ends. So, yeah. So look, we have all of our buffs. Oh my goodness, like nothing is protected right now. Unfortunate, but you know, it's 75% chance or whatever it is. We deal more damage for the buffs and whatnot. So basically my issue with this had been, like I said, I was falling just a little bit short of the 1 key on Brutal. So yeah, like I said, only Brutal, you know, not an amazing team, not really pushing any crazy high levels here yet. And I'm not afraid to admit that. But yeah, I went from falling like a million short of the 1 key to, let us continue. Oh yeah, and then what's that other part that sucks? The like Viper form? No, not that one. Is it much later? Does he only do it once? Yeah, this form sucks also. So that's helpful to keep everything. You know, like as you can see, he didn't steal the whole thing like he tends to. So super helpful during that part. And like I said, I don't consider myself well-versed on this fight in any way. I feel much more confident talking about something, you know, like Amius with some level of knowledge. This, I'm just, you know, kind of blindly doing it like I think so many of us probably have been. But yeah, essentially, so I went to falling like 1 mil short of the 36 million needed for the 1 key to getting like 42 million. So just, yeah, being, you know, in a very comfortable 1 key. There's my incredibly mediocre statistics. And like I said, like I'm still working on my teams. If you notice, like in my champions, like a team that looks good, like, you know, please feel free to leave that in the comments or whatever. Like a lot of you are probably somewhat familiar with my roster. So yeah, this was the gang for this week. Don't know what it's gonna be next week. And then yeah, I just yeeted the same team on hard and it was like 60 million. Oh, and actually no, so the hard score, actually you can see she's triple speed. So I had done the hard one before even changing the build. So we have yet to see the performance on hard. But if you guys are curious, I will show you the build Aru on Miss Viletide, who is a champ that, you know, this is like definitely a carry support for my account. I use her all the time. I just recently took her out of my Nightmare Hydra team and I replaced her with Duchess because I thought the Veil would be like a little better for my team, not getting feared and stuff. And sure enough, that was better for my team. So yeah, she's actually not actively in any of my Hydra teams currently. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try her again with the protection set and see if it makes, you know, the score swing back in her favor or whatever. But yeah, I was like feeling the Veil from Duchess a bit more. But yeah, there's the set. Basically, my methodology was like, I just, I went in and I just filtered, you know, each individual piece. And I just filtered highest speed, basically, and that was my, that's all I did. So, yeah, definitely one of the faster champs on my account. I can still go through and, like, glyph a bunch of stuff. Like, I did not fully glyph, I don't think. Yeah, I could still glyph that. Yeah, a lot of improvement. I didn't ascend all the gear. Like, I'm not trying to crazy impress you guys or anything. Like, I did actually... I actually got lucky. I got the first attempt speed on the boots, so that was incredibly, incredibly lucky. I just yeeted it and somehow worked out. Yeah, like the banner is not super great, but like its protection, I don't really have any other options. I would have been fine to do the res banner, but like as you can see, that one didn't work out. But yeah, so As always, I've hoped I've shown you guys that it's okay to be a normal person and have items that are not the most amazing, you know, God's gift to man on the planet. That's okay if, you know, your build isn't the greatest thing ever. And then yeah, like I showed before, I had her in triple speed. Okay, so just to show you real quick, this was the old Rakka build. I just went like triple speed at the time, and then obviously, you know, I didn't have any cool accessories. So this is the old build. You can see we got improvements in probably every stat. A little bit less HP, it looks like. But yeah, everything else is like absolute improvement. Defense, speed, res. She doesn't use accuracy. But yeah, all the tanky stats we saw improvements in. You know, you get all the bonuses. You get extra res, extra HP, speed. So yeah, it's actually quite decent set just for the stats period. Like, you know, I got like fairly decent res through basically not even attempting to build any res at all. So can't complain. Could go through and, you know, when we get some items with better rolls and stuff, improve these stats and whatnot. But yeah, and then, you know, obviously I use her all over the place in like her city rooms. The protection would be amazing in an Amius fight, but like I said, like when I do the Amius fight, I'm always trying to show a free-to-play team, so I actually don't ever use this champion. In, you know, like most recently, I did it for you guys with like Ambassador Lethalin and Vergus, so yeah. Not sure what else to say about that. But okay. In conclusion, that is the first 9-piece protection champ I've ever built. I've finally accumulated the 9 Dragon Balls here, the 9 pieces required. The accessories are just killing me. I really wanted to do Duchess in it as well, but yeah, I just didn't have it, so I just did Stone Skin, so don't know if that's the best build ever, but you know, life has continued to go on, and I didn't die yet, so I think it's okay. And then yeah, I mean, I've picked her in like Live Arena, obviously the rooms. Like I said, she's kind of on the outs on my Hydra teams right now, but maybe we'll take another look at that with the improved build. And okay, so you guys, like I said, let me know if you've got any team ideas for my Chimera roster. I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see my my champions. Cool. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.